Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Yeah, you need some bear spray. No, yeah, not at all. Right, right. Choose violets. Oh, for sure. Should I buy Yes. Why not? Why the fuck not? I feel like it looks like a woman who's defending herself. Even better. And duct tape. That wouldn't be suspicious at all. Like friggin' the cashier's just beep, beep, beep. Beep. Beep, beep. Because let's be real, that's how we all feel at the moment. I mean, I'm live, but they can't hear you yet. Bass down low, bass, bass, bass down low, bass down. I like my beat that and my bang and them. You're in the bed right now anyway. Omelette du fromage. What? Omelette with cheese. Yeah. Omelette du fromage means omelette with cheese. Yeah. Yeah, he's up there. Where? No. It's an omelet with ham and cheese. Emily doesn't have that. Why did I die there? Yeah, why are French numbers so weird? Why is 99, 40, 20... What is it?
This recently and I'm upset.
40, 20, 10, 9. Why?
No.
40, 20, 10, 9. How phone number? How do phone? Well, when they write it, like it's yeah. When they write 40, 20, 10, 9, it's 99. No, you know. All Lily then. Your coloring on my forehead. Oh no. I died in here. Oh, I know what. A titty sucking thing? That's definitely what it was. It was a titty sucking thing. Hold on, do you want me to unmute you? Yeah, hold on 1 second. Get down! Your dog not listening. That's your dog. You threw your mom's memory foam pillow into the water dish.
Well, Mom shouldn't have had the memory foam pillow within water dish throwing distance.
Emily, I will end you.
Not even allowed to take the dog's side anymore.
It's already my wife and the dog versus me. I don't need your shit too.
Say, you want to know some fun thing about French numbers? So 60, right? 60 is soixante. Now, I'd like you to guess what 70 is. So 60 is soixante. What's 70?
I don't know.
70.
That makes sense.
What's 10? 71 71, which is
a lot.
71. That's all is 11. 72, 72. 12. So basically, 70 is 60, 10, 60, 11, 60, 12, and so on and so forth.
It just sounds like so very much. For so very little. No.
It's like how 80 is 80, which is 420s.
Uh-huh.
Which does actually, I just realized that math's out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
420s is 80. So the math is solid there. But then 90, 90. for 2010. I feel like the math isn't following that one. And just like 70, we then carry on to 4/20/11, 4/20/12, so on and so forth.
I don't know. I've never done it before. Yeah. Something like that. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Yep.
No. Also, no.
Yep, Alpha. Yep.
Up.
Fly away on a flying.
Oh. This is barely frustrating.
I don't do anything that's frustrating. I was playing Days Gone. I see too many fucking zombies.
Goodbye.
And I close the game.
Goodbye.
Why does that happen?
Emily,
I was like,
there's no shame in being a quitter.
I was like trying to calm down, and I was like, oh well, like I'm gonna go do something really easy. I think if I go over here, this is gonna be a really easy thing. And then I saw a bunch of them up on a train, and I was like, well, that's more than I'd like to see, but it's fine. I'll avoid them. And I was doing really good to be quiet, but somehow one of them saw me. And then as soon as one of them saw me,
All of them.
25 of them saw me. And I got on my bike and I drove away and I closed my game. But this was supposed to let me calm down. This is calm.
This game does awful things to me. And now that I don't deserve this.
You chose the game. You said I want to play the
Dark Souls side scroller.
Dark
Yeah,
Souls,
that's what I said.
Yeah, and then we said, but Vic, do you like Dark Souls? And you said, I hate Dark Souls, actually. And we said, well, what?
It's like, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
The math ain't
That's
mathing.
not mathing. And you said, but I'm gonna do it. And you know what? You're really good at it.
I get good at it. Sometimes. I'm not very good at it right now. I'm giving it my best college. Are you in it, son? No, Papa.
There's no way I'm gonna use it.
I did it. I did it. I did the thing.
You did it! Yay!
Yeah, I did it. I did it.
Did it!
Oh. Will you speak to me? No, you're just covered in plants now. That's what my.
Speak to me. Oh.
Do you like that one? Kind of cheaty, but I don't care.
So if it is a function of the game, it is not cheating.
Like that. I like that, Emily. That's why we're best friends.
And people who tell you that it is are stupid and suck.
You know who you are.
And if you use your mimic tier in Elden Ring, keep using it. Don't stop just because some little bitch ass motherfucker told you didn't really beat the boss because you used your mimic tier. I'm sorry, the game gave us that function for a reason, and we're gonna use it because it makes it more accessible and easier to play. I'm sorry that your fucking prudish little fucking Souls-like Puritan ass can't let other people enjoy things the way they want to enjoy things. PSA.
Do you
Bro.
wish to?
I wonder
And you know what?
who's the
If you want
culprit
to
might
brag
be.
about how you're better at playing Souls games because you don't use your mimic tier, come fight me in real life. I will put you in the ground.
In the ground. And I will help her.
Yeah.
You would have to bail us both out of prison. Just, if you can't bail us both out, just let us be. We can hold each other's pockets and keep the other one safe.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
Emily, if we go to prison, I will hold your pocket.
I think that women should be allowed to kill at least one man a month. I think if they're PMSing too, and I think if they're pregnant, you know,
That's the
Three.
That's the
And if
message
they're
you want to
going
send
through-
out on the live stream.
and if they're going
Is-
through menopause, also 3.
This needs to be clarified as a joke. Or my channel gets labeled like She-Man Men Haters Club.
Don't listen to this.
Don't listen to her. Don't kill any men.
No, I'm not saying that like legally you can now, but I think that it should be, and I would like to put
Doesn't mean
forward a
that.
bill. I'm gonna bring it to Congress. frame it as
How about we just let it hang? How about we just pretend this conversation never happened? You cannot trust it. We are on a list now.
we're not on a list. They know I'm not serious.
They don't know shit, man. Yeah, but yeah, you're not on the list. We're on the list.
No, I'm the one saying things. Not be on the list. Maybe I'm on a list. Who knows? And if I am, you know what? I'm proud.
And if Emily's like, maybe it'd be fun to be on a list.
Exactly. We don't know what the list is. Just a list. Could be anything. Could be the coolest people ever. Fuck yeah, I want to be on that list. Like best titties in Canada. Sweet. That's an awesome list to be on. Thanks.
Best titties in Canada? Damn straight.
Exactly.
Oh, best titties in Canada? A skibbity bop bow.
Skibbity bop a doo wop bop.
Avoiding
Gotta go to areas. I think that you and me with no guide,
I beat them.
no guide at all, should play Bloodborne.
You think that you and I, sans guide,
We can stream it. Well, we'll look up a little bit, but yeah, you and me are gonna, or we play Elden Ring, or Dark Souls 3. We'll have to start our journey respectively on our own to get things so that we can play together. You gotta get there. Or we don't play Souls-like because you don't seem like you think that would be fun, even for a one-off one day.
I mean, I'm not a doctor. It could be fun. I'm not a doctor. I would like, I would just like to state, I am not a doctor, therefore I am not qualified to make this decision.
To bring me back to
That is unfortunate, for I am not.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die.
Or we could play. You could play. The Last of Us Part
Blessed are we, feast your eye. We have no prey.
I'll do it.
Okay.
See, the problem is I've never made it past the Rat King because it stresses me out and I quit the game. But if I had a friend, I would have to finish it. But I have a. But I always get to that part, and that's quite like quite a way to finish. Like, I put several hours into the game at that point. But like, I don't like this guy. He
This
kind of
is
scares me. This guy makes me.
stressful.
This makes me a little stressed out, and I don't play again.
It's too stressful. I don't like to be stressed out.
I was like, I don't like being stressed out right now.
To be stressed.
I would really like to see the end of this game someday, but
I would very much like to see the end of the game, but I do not like to be stressed out.
But I don't like to be stressed out. Oh.
I don't think I deserve to be stressed out.
And I think the reason that I did so good with Elden Ring is because I stopped being stressed out and just, like, accepted that sometimes I die.
And that's okay to sweat. Right?
Yeah. And you can go on Reddit and you can say, hey, I really need boss, and you will get help within 5 minutes.
They're like,
And you can specify that you don't want them to
princess.
kill the boss for you. They'll actually just like be supportive and like play support. Like you don't have to get them to kill the boss for you. Sometimes they just come in and be a helpful friend. Sometimes they come in and solo the boss immediately, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, thank you, I guess. And then sometimes you play and you just go online and you run into somebody randomly, and then they start sending you messages on PlayStation, and they're like, I can help you get through this whole part of the game. And then you stop playing because you're like, hey, I don't really, like, please stop messaging me on my PlayStation. I just need help with this one part, and I don't know you like that. And I don't want to make friends with you. But they keep messaging you because they really want to guide you through Elden Ring for some reason, even though you fucking know what you're doing because you put like 600 hours into it already. So then you stop playing and never finish the DLC. And that's a terrible thing.
That sounds really
didn't
stressful.
That didn't happen to me. Also, and Elden Ring and Dark Souls hasn't been the same since Ghosty stopped playing with me.
That sucks.
Shout out to Ghosty. We still talk on Snapchat all the time. So actually, we're still friends. We just can't play together anymore.
Oh. This is really stressful.
See, and we just talked about how we don't like to be stressed out.
I don't like to be stressed out. But I'm
Princess
stressed.
doesn't like to be stressed out. Princess.
Princess is stressed.
Princess is stressed.
Princess in the stress. That's me right now. Princess in the stress.
I was watching. I was, and don't get mad at me.
I'm mad already.
I was watching John Wolf play through the first Fatal Frame. Not Fatal Frame 2. I'm watching my big brother. I'll sue you. And when remember the blinding ritual that I forgot about?
I do remember.
Where they put the mask on her and they terrible voice acting.
Yeah.
It reminded me of, and I know obviously Silent Hill F took inspiration from Fatal Frame, but it reminded me of Silent Hill F when they, take her face and put a mask on her. And I was like, I'm seeing inspiration even here, which I don't actually hold any issue with that. Some people think that when I say that, it's because I'm holding issue. I'm not. I love both franchises, and I'm okay with that inspiration. Because honestly, a lot of the inspiration for Fatal Frame came from like Japanese folklore and stuff, so that's cool. It would have been real, but you had to fuck up the whole deal. I'll ever listen to ICP.
Regrettably, many moons ago.
Yeah, I know. Every once in a while, a song will come on my playlist, and I'm like, huh, and I think I should skip it, but then I start jamming, and I'm like, shit.
You know what song will get me every time, unfortunately? Oh my goody, look the chicken, keep your money, here's a ticket. Hold up, keep them kids out there, they too young to play in there. Step right up, strap them in, lock it tight under his chin. Wrap his arms up to his side, it's gonna be a hell ride.
And sometimes it gets you, and
Sometimes it gets me.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I was a guy in high school who was a juggalo. We hung out all the time.
I for sure, like you used to hang out with people that had like the
Like the
THO.
Axeman tattoo.
all around their fucking room.
Oh yeah, I ran in a lot of circles that had
Fucked
that
with
motif.
Bago?
Yeah, I don't know anybody like that anymore. So, I don't know if that means I've gone up in the world or what. And I'm not saying that's low either. It's just like, I just don't hang around with those circles anymore.
No, not a bad thing.
There's also nothing wrong with being into ICP. Like, if you are feeling
that's your
that and you're
thing.
a juggalo and that's your thing.
We're not gonna yuck your yum. I listen to Kim
Yeah.
Dracula. And he drives a motherfucking army tank.
He does drive a mother, and that's true. And that's true, and he has said that.
I drive a motherfucking army tank.
And we'll never take that away from him.
I will never forget that night that we were sitting on Discord and you were knocked the fuck out, right?
I was at that point between sleep and wakefulness.
And this was back like when we used to share audio and shit all the time. And I was sharing my YouTube with you, and it was some Kim Dracula song that came on. And he started, you know, his scatting business. And you went from like to
that straight up scared the bejesus out of me. The bejesus. Oh, scared the bejesus out of her.
Scared the bejesus. It was, dude. I watched a piece of you die that night.
Oh yeah, you've seen.
I don't think it ever came home. I said, "Oh no, oh no, that's okay."
Life. And how dare you do that to me? Because I already have so much trauma in my life. The last thing I needed was more.
Was Kim Dracula jump scare?
Yeah.
I think we could all use a little more Kim Dracula jump scare in our life.
And maybe we could. Maybe we could. Do you know that? Hang on.
It's gonna come to you.
It's gonna come to me. I gotta.
Oh no! 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 A vroom vroom, a caca, vroom vroom. Dracula. Oh no.
Silverstein is coming to St. John this summer.
Oh shit.
I used to listen to them a lot when I was younger. And I'm thinking of going because tickets are like not expensive. And there's a bunch of other bands coming too. Like it's like a heavy, it's not like heavy metal, but it's like, you know, within the subgenre. What they're calling heavy and emo, I guess. Like festival they're doing.
They would not survive actual emo.
Weekend passes are like only $89 for the whole weekend to see like a bunch of bands. Day passes are starting at $50. I'm on vacation when they come. I'm thinking of going.
I think that you should.
But I need a buddy.
Take your sister with you.
We won't go to Silverstein.
Why wouldn't she go with you?
No. And also, later in the summer, and I will be getting tickets to that. I just haven't yet. I'm just waiting. I've already decided I'm going to that because I'm off. Mariana's Trench and Wheatus are coming. Marcy Playground is there the day before, but I don't really want to spend the money on a 2-day pass just because it's already expensive enough to get a 1-day pass, you know?
Wow, and you don't care about Sex and Candy, I guess.
Well, that's the only band on the set that day that I really would like to see. Versus the next day where there's 2 bands that I'd like to see. I mean, I'd like to see all the bands. I really actually enjoy the festival and how they bring in different bands and sometimes introduce you to music that you wouldn't normally listen to, but like 2 years ago, I think, I went and there were Colin Harmony House played, and that they were fantastic. And there were a couple other artists that played, but the headliner that night was Our Lady Peace, and the show was amazing. I was right next to the stage, drunk as a skunk. Sam wouldn't come with me. Sam wouldn't sit at the stage with me. He was up in the non-alcoholic section, like sitting relaxed, while I'm like partying with strangers.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of what going to concerts and stuff is about?
That is what going to concerts is about. Like, the Avril Lavigne concert that I went to several years ago now with Abby, I met a group of lesbians who decided they really liked me and hung out with me like the whole night. We started fucking smoking cigarettes in the middle of the crowd, which was not great, but I was like, well, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna rip my pen.
And then you ripped the pen, didn't you? Dirty bitch.
And I did, and it was an inside venue, so I could have got kicked out of that concert. I didn't, and that's because I was in the pit, in the middle of the shit, and it was great, and I loved being near the stage.
You fucking rock star.
Not a rock star, I wish I was. I think
Party like a rock star.
I do party pretty hard. That is true.
Party like a rock. Party like a
Party
rock
like
star.
a rock star. Party like a rock.
Party like a rock star.
Stop. This sacred place is about to crumble around our very ears. And I have barely strength enough to support the entrance to our chapel.
Your song came on a playlist the other day that I let play. Fucking, you know, it's like, she's so sweet, and I let her lick the rap. The lollipop. She, yeah, that came on. I let it play, and that's a terrible song. It's not a good song. Why was that so popular? Why did everybody love that song? Because I was listening to it, and I was like, there's nothing about this that makes me go, ooh, this is iconic and fun. It's just somebody singing.
That's when she.
There's even more creative and
My
fun
name
songs
is
about
Regular.
dick
The miracle
sucking.
is just.
Oh shit.
And granted me the vigor to sustain
And I
this
stand by
threshold.
that.
However, after interminable efforts, I feel my strength gradually.
Ever the
wane.
iconic. And now lick it good. Lick this just like you should. Right now. Which, different genitals, same concept.
My neck. And here's the thing. I enjoy more songs about
With each
that
tremor, these merciless rocks sink deeper into my flesh.
than I do about sucking dick. And
Should my arms
that-
yield for
and that-
pity's sake, hear my cry. Between
and
the
I was going
tremors,
somewhere with that,
I
and
am
I
sure
lost it.
I heard the
lost
collapse of some of the
Womp
chapel
womp.
walls.
So then I started focusing on what the fuck am I talking about?
I am
and-
convinced that a passage into the
Womp
sanctuary
squared.
has opened up. I implore you.
Sometimes
Find
I
it
register like the
before it is too
conversation that
late.
I'm not even the conversation, just the things that are coming out of my mouth halfway through, and I'm like, actually, we're done.
You're dead.
You're done.
You're dead.
Because I don't have that thing that people have in their brain that says, hey, why don't we roll it back? Why don't we not say that? How about we don't get super nasty? And a lot of times I don't have that.
How about we not get supernatural?
Ooh, that was good. That was good.
Thanks.
Supernatural. You're an alien. I actually have a beef with Katy Perry now. I don't know why. Ever
Well,
since she went to
she's
space-
quite apparently done some very unsavory things to quite a few people.
She has. And like, I can't even enjoy nostalgic Katy, like, and this has been going before the allegations, and like before this stuff is coming to the light, right? Before this,
for which I have
even
long
before then,
yearned,
I was like, I couldn't even
has
listen to
finally
Katy
come.
Perry songs that I used
Bear
to
the
like. It just pissed
countenance
me
of the
off.
shroud.
Ever since she went to space,
To that
I've
place
hated her.
where it ought never to have ventured. The statue.
And here's the
The
thing: if
saint.
Stevie Nicks went to space,
I would fully support
I would
Stevie Nicks going to
totally
space.
support Stevie Nicks going to space, but for some reason, Katy Perry going to space pisses me off, and I pissed. Yeah, and there's this other thing too. I used to occasionally listen to the odd Taylor Swift song here and there. I did.
still do.
And I don't know why I don't like Taylor Swift, but now I can't even listen to songs for nostalgia's sake without being like, yeah, it's Taylor Swift.
She
And I
gets
don't
because
know
she
what
fell
that
in love and then her talent just deteriorated from there.
I think it's her fans.
Her fans
be
aren't
honest,
great either.
Swifties that have like pulled me off, and maybe I'll come back because I stopped listening to Mitski for a little while because her fans were pissing me off because I feel like they infantilize her and they're just
Penitent one,
really pretentious.
now that my face has been restored,
Because we
and my
like
devotees
Mitski.
will
Oh.
return to this chapel by virtue of your actions.
But now I'm back.
the
I'm like, you know what?
sacrifice
I'm
of the
just gonna
blessed
no longer interact
who
with
will never
the fan
be
space or
forgotten.
look at them, and
Oh,
that's good.
regular,
And that's like with Ethel
seek
Cain.
my
I'm a huge. I'm
forgiveness
wearing an
no
Ethel Cain
more,
shirt right
for
now.
you have
Actually,
it.
I'm a huge
Now
Ethel
you're
Cain
by
fan.
my side and can rest your
But
weary
sometimes I
shoulders
cannot
in my
interact with
arms.
other Ethel Cain fans because
As for you,
they're
penitent
insufferable.
one, accept this in memory of regular.
There's a band that I listen to, and
I am forever grateful.
they're pretty
May
inseparable,
my
but I
blessing
can't think
be
of
with
whom they are right now.
Yeah, you can't think of who they are.
regular.
Is it like
sat you may go
and I'm
with
quoting this. I'm putting this in quotations. Is it a metal band?
Well, kind of, but I don't see how that narrows it down at all, considering my music taste.
Is it a new metal band?
No.
Okay.
I think is it a metal? You thought I was gonna say Sleep Token. I'm gonna beat you up now, which is not a good argument. To the contrary of what you are suggesting.
Yeah, and here we are.
I'ma beat you.
And that's in case point.
See, but no, that's not the Sleep Token fan in me.
No, that's just violent.
Not my fault. I drive a motherfucking army tank.
And you do, and we'll never take that away from you.
I drive a motherfucking army tank. Kermit the Frog
and-
says, "Don't forget
your
to
wife
park
would probably
your
drive
army
a
tank
Subaru.
responsibly." I hate how good that Kermit voice was.
Was it?
Oh, no, but you can tell me no and make me feel better. So if you're trying to insult me, joke's on you. I actually don't want to sound like Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here. I can't.
Kermit the Frog here. You did him. Here's atonement.
Pulls you out of the flow. Whoop that ass! Give me them tears of atonement. Really broke the flow there. Fuck. Let's bust a move around the Tree of Sorrows. Like.
Best move around the Tree of Sorrow. It's once more. Nom, 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 nom.
We gonna rock down to Haunted Village of Agony.
We're gonna rock down to the Haunted Village of Agony. And we're gonna party like it's the 1800s and everyone has the Black Plague.
Longer one. I got Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take ya. Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go to Jamaica? Ooh, I wanna take you down to the graveyard of damned souls.
That is a little old place where we can grieve our sorrows together.
Love Shack, baby.
Love Shack someone. Ooh. A lump of gold. What's up? The meander. Okay. I'm gonna prove it. Cause I'm a meander.
First time I heard that song, it was on a CD. No, not a CD. No, even older. It was on a cassette tape.
It was on a
but it was a cover from Troll Radio.
Okay.
And they had a whole bunch of different covers of songs, and they had a little theme song. They were like, Troll Radio, and we play the hits for you.
You 102.
They had a whole thing. Let me look it up. It was really good. It was by the Trolleys.
Well, Troll Radio kind of gave me that vibe.
Yeah.
That's where I wanna go. Lay down in Kokomo.
Yeah, it was like Troll Radio was on the air. Troll City 92. Troll Radio was on the air. We play the hits for you. And it was all covers of different songs sung by the Trolls. And it was really fun, and I listened to that a lot growing up. That was on repeat on my little heart-shaped cassette player that I have. Actually, it was a big heart-shaped cassette player because it had a microphone. Because it was actually a karaoke machine.
Oh shit, a karaoke machine.
That played cassettes. I had multiple karaoke machines growing up. And, I used to sit in my room all by myself. Used to sit in my room all by myself with a karaoke CD and the karaoke machine and my microphone, and I would just sing my little heart out.
Because why shouldn't you? Ah,
Oh,
punch.
for hours.
I think that's wonderful. And wonderful.
And then there was a period of time where I thought that I was going to be a dancer. So I'd take a little, CD player outside on the lawn where there was lots of space. And I would play my music and I would dance. And then I would ask my dad, I would be like, what do you think of my dancing? And he'd be like, well, you're supposed to dance to, like, the beat.
So, is this the same dad who, when you asked him why it was so difficult for you to make friends, he told you that you looked like you had a case of the something mean?
Yep. Same one. Same one.
The same.
To be fair, I was making that cool and aloof face, so I can't really fault him for that. There's a lot of things he did wrong. I can't fault him for that one. Like, he had to put a stop to that.
Yeah, but you have to call you
There was
that.
nothing. That face was neither cool nor... Well, actually, I feel that it was quite aloof, but...
Not in the cool way.
Not in the cool... Yeah, not in the cool way. In the, is she okay kind of way. Limp arms, too. We can't forget arms.
It's either lithium or Adderall.
Yeah, like... Exactly. But we learn, we grow, and we learn. And we learn that don't fucking do that. I also went through a period of time as a child where I wore fairy wings to school all the time. And my mom really defended that. She was really on the side of fairy wings because I was a free spirit, but the other kids were making fun of me. So the teacher called and she got mad at the teacher because the teacher was like, Emily's wearing fairy wings every day. She got stuff, and Mom was like, I can't believe you don't want her to wear her fairy wings. She's a free spirit. She can wear fairy wings if she wants. And you know what? Go, Mom. And I think that she's on the right path with that. But I was being brutally bullied. But I didn't know that I was. Like, the kids were on my back. I was also go back to that time where in my mind I was too bright to realize that I was being bullied.
Because you were just a sweet girl.
I was real cool and aloof little kid. I was such a weird kid. I would wonder why I couldn't make friends, but then I'd be like doing weird dances and shit.
Yeah? Oh, please.
I remember in elementary school, I used to hang with these kids who played dragons, and they all had a dragon roar, and I was like, I have a really good dragon roar, and I gave them my dragon roar, and I guess it was too much. I guess I put too much into my roar. I was too dedicated to my craft, and they looked at me like I was a weirdo, and I wasn't allowed to play with them anymore.
Faithful companions to the bitter end shall find me.
I got a little too into character, and I scared them. And I just think that was dedication to my craft, and I think they're in the wrong for that, honestly.
You know what? They're hiding on you for method acting.
Cold and damp.
Yeah, exactly. If I want to hoard the treasure, if I want to kill,
in the clay.
a couple sheep to sustain me because I'm a dragon, I should have been allowed to do that, and they should have had a right to bully me for that, or to make me feel excluded, because all I was doing was what I thought they were doing. It's just I didn't have a very good read on other people.
Now, I must
That was a learned behavior for me. Now I read people pretty good.
Alarmingly well, actually.
Yeah, there was a time
You somehow navigate my moods with impressive precision.
I know how you're. I know your mood.
You know my mood from the first message of the day. You're like, oh, that's the kind of day we're gonna
like, oh, this is what we're doing today. Okay. Oh my god, this house is beautiful. I'm just watching Zillow ads on my TV at the corner of my eye, and I just looked over and, like, I think that this guy is looking at, like, Zillow ads that are supposed to be haunted, but, like, this house is beautiful. Like, I would say the wallpaper needs a little update, but everything else...
My faith is unbreakable. No matter the questions
dated,
that assail
kinda
me,
creepy,
nor the doubts that haunt me.
Character.
I want to live in a
Only
dated,
faith
creepy house.
persists.
Me too. I've always thought that it would be nice to live in a haunted house, because it would be hard to be lonely in a haunted house. A lot of people disagree with that sentiment. They think I don't want to live in a haunted house. Ghosts are scary. But why do they have to be scary? They're just people too.
Well, they used to be.
Some might be scary, like, but that's cool, like, that's fine.
Whatever, some living people are scary.
Exactly. I've got a problem with a scary living person right now. So, sorry if I'm not scared of ghosts. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being stalked, so I'm not really worried about ghosts right now. Thank you.
For nothing. Thank you for nothing.
For nothing. So, if I die, I was murdered. Let it be known. There's no? No. I mean, unless, like, you hear about my cause of death and it's, like, obviously not a murder. Because, you know, I could still get hit by a car or something. Like, anything could happen. But, like, if I die in my apartment, murder.
Murder.
Murder. It's a murder on the dance floor. In this house, the sink matches the wallpaper in the bathroom. It's beautiful. I don't know why this is not a creepy house compilation. This is the perfect house. A little curio cabinet. I love little trinket cabinets. The murder on the dance floor.
love of God, let me tooch it. Let me tooch the save point.
You may not. What? You may not tooch the save point.
Allow me to.
The gavel.
May the hands.
It's wood, actually. But he's chiseling. He's chiseling into it. So you're not completely. Means I need to go there, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to fucking go. I'd rather do anything else. They must. Oh, wrong one. Toutes les lendemains ont une lumière. Another bird.
I'm a bird.
Verb.
Ba-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Literally both of y'all are some sleepy bitches.
I'm not. I'm awake.
didn't say you couldn't be comfortable. Don't you ever say I did. It's hard.
What?
What'd you say? This one's a lot harder than the first one.
Is your wife
If you would
awake?
rather snooze. Yeah. She's not feeling good. She got a week. I got a migraine. That's this. As you know. This one I just found. Oh, thank it. You don't want none? Still. Now I can do that thing.
Do the thing with the thing and the thing and everybody's doing their thing and things. Yeah. That makes sense. To someone. Not me.
Okay, go poop. I'm gonna be fast. no.
Penitent one in
This is the sad
bitterness. Here is the vengeance of the grievous one. My name is Cesario. For asking for milk to flow from this loined breast. For begging for food for this child of mine. Cruel grace has manifested itself. I can still hear her sweet voice in the air. On this earth, supplication becomes punishment, and punishment itself becomes holy and pure. There is no more forgiveness for me, but perchance there might be for my child. Find the wax seeds and plant them before me. In those holes will sprout sisters who will watch over my offspring, while I go wherever the will of the miracle wishes to take me.
Well, that's that.
Do you wish to?
anything with that yet. die. Oh, this time I better die.
Do you?
Hit that lever first, though. Oh no, wrong thing.
Oh, not wrong.
presence approaches. It calls to me with a voice softer than a whisper. I tremble no more. The voice calls, and I must answer. One last time, I call upon the mud-born of mine own fingers to restore the key yet again. But this time, the aspects of copper skies shall grant it a most wondrous boon of shining protective enamel. Take this ceramic key. It's strange. I sense my mortal being is entering an eternal dream. One that longs to merge with this earth. But my spirit, light and ethereal, conspires to dissolve into the breeze. It desires to become air amongst the heavens. Find me, O wandering penitent one, at the final rest of our long pilgrimage.
The one we trail is searching for something very old. Something sacred. He heads to a destination close in distance, but distant in essence. A threshold hidden from the world, reserved for his sole presence.
See how the edge shines upon me bare nape. My long-awaited end draws near. Oh, unforgiving destiny, allow this sinner to slumber in the icy bed of your embrace. I will find my consolation in the oblivion of existence.
The only thing that I'm really gathering from this world is that everybody in it wants to die.
Well, par for the course, really.
I feel like I should be allowed to pick up the head.
No head?
No business.
Okay. Jumps on a skateboard and splits in half. Throws my phone on the ground.
These two. I have to pee.
Go pee.
I go pee.
Go pee. Oh, the pee. Okay.
All right. I've wazzed.
Waz.
I've had a waz.
Sometimes you gotta waz. Wazzle and dazzle and piss.
Do you just want to go? That the only thing going to bed? Okay. I do. Take me.
Yeah.
notoriously pretty expensive and normal. Etsy's supposed to be even a place for artists, but recently it's become a little bit more suspicious than that. Because I've seen everything from dropship items, the same thing elsewhere, to just kind of almost eBay style for expensive products and vintage items. So, consider we should have and a person different. I'm not sure but they are yours honestly when they you are well, for example, let's see where it's here, you know, something big it's a cylinder. It just gets cinnamon. Just cinnamon. Not that just cinnamon. Be Hello Kitty in a not fuzzy, but in a so it looks like these two belong to the same sense. I expected anything to have a good sense. To be honest, especially because the movie is talk about shipping pretty nice. Still company. No. And she is wearing a here is okay, cinnamon roll. Our just became cinnamon. We have cinnamon rolling and once it looks like the base it is right off. And again, it looks like it was run the same set here. You got her and a little kitty head points. We have a the shape of the that is very nice. I haven't seen the look for blade sprinkles. And we have another this time we haven't seen one movie, we haven't seen that in the room. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I know what y'all feel. Two watch items inside one bag. We have one of the tender, the other one of the party. I expect and see to have the biggest mystery bags. That however, that's not. And here are the ones that was about and see, I have to say that this was actually pretty so we was at least one gave us a dark. These ones definitely dark. And it's not and they was so already you can see that there's so many different kinds of outfits that you can get. Let's move on because we should be able to get 60 of them. And when I delay reverse image search, the one that popped up for me was an Amazon posting that says 60 pieces of mystery bags surprise album developers. And that one's at 20. Price tag clearly there's a little bit of and they do have the same animal faces and the same badges and all these things well. And
Do that.
another listing, and this one is basically showcasing the values branding the characters. This one's at $18. Again,
Awesome.
so what
Check sheet.
they're going to showcasing the characters.
Mhm. Let's get back in it, innit?
I also noticed that I deliberately showed
Oh no. Okay. I recall this box. not as hard as I thought.
Sometimes things are easier the second time around.
Do you wish?
All ready to smoke? Hell yeah. Maybe. Good. Think maybe you just waited too long to eat? That might have something to do with it, yes. Yes. I remember this one being a tough one too. Yeah. Yeah, never worked. Stupid. Fair enough. That is the choice.
death lasers.
That was hard.
I wasn't even paying attention. I just look over and I'm like, oh, lasers.
Lasers?
Lasers? I forgot I existed for a minute there. I like...
We have reached my tomb. It is molded from the very mud that clings to me. We will now enter the abyss together. We go to a realm older than time, yet still a babe in the eyes of eternity. You are expected there. Destiny must be fulfilled. May the miracle, judge of judges, hand down its ruling. Our time grows short. Take my hand as I rest my eyes.
What wondrous land of nights and eternities draws us together once more, O silent penitent one?
Oh shit.
Did you not sense in your dreams my defeat? My sacrifice? My call?
I fought her in the first one.
The call, and now we find ourselves in yet another dream. A dream that has granted me refuge from all. From my life, from my death, and a place betwixt the prayers of the living and the laments of the dead. I have stood vigil over a possession of yours. The figure of the Twisted Father, who became your sword. The sword of guilt. The blade whose edges and barbs ended the supreme wills that controlled the miracle which left him orphaned, wounded, helpless, dormant. Almost. Penitent one, you must return the sword to its original state to prevent the new psalm, the birth of the sun, the rebirth of the miracle itself. To achieve this, you must force it to emerge from a chest of deep mourning and repentance, but one free from sin. When you feel mea culpa in your hand, when you feel its ache and throb, know that I am with you then, as I am guilt made manifest. In this dream, I will continue to wait until...
I understand, Master. I feel the power you spoke of in my dreams. It burns in my hands. Its sacrilegious virtue will make them tremble before me. Here lies an ancient blessing of the miracle itself. A miracle of another age now long forgotten. Dark is the cloud that casts a shadow on my thoughts.
Hello?
Darkness.
He took my sword.
Your sword?
My
Oh,
sword.
he took your sword.
He took my sword.
Your sword's gone. What are you gonna do without your sword?
Destiny, still reflected in eternal scrolls, blurs and shifts with changing inks. They are transformed under the beauteous quill of the miracle.
What you about to play?
I feel like you said that for every
A
boss
ribbon
battle.
of crimson, having slipped through my trembling
really hard.
fingers, takes
Every boss
flight
battle, you're like,
towards
"This is really hard."
sacred
They
confines.
are all really hard.
And I just
It
think it's just a
rests
really
there,
hard game.
in a place of
Well,
stone
that's possible too. Didn't realize that wasn't on anymore.
and silent. Penitent one, follow the trail marked by the breeze of chance to the threshold where wind
Well, I know where he's at. I just... Nope, can't do anything up that way because I don't have... Won't
The
have.
proper penis.
So like it... Well, who say what?
You don't have the proper penis.
We don't have the proper equipment.
Yep. Penis. Penis.
Here, Nia. acquired that lump of gold.
written. Be on your way now, freed from my burden.
But I feel the stillness and something for wet and very much distance. You have more person feelings than peace and contentment. I'm very skeptical that there's any significant amount of cognition here with natural minds and affordability control. I've seen some videos claiming that this material is called cognitive base, and it's expected from the flesh of humans. It actually can plant any quantum, and it doesn't explain why.
I love you. I love you. Gross. Yuck. Yuck. I'd say if you actually live 100,000 miles. Well, boring, I guess. I guess I live far away. Dude, 100 miles. 100 miles. 100 miles. 100 miles. 100 miles from my home.
So it's definitely not possible to use existing switches for this, because the shape needs to be customized to fit the two. I'm starting with a seal, which seems like an easy shape to fill without making. I'm also going to cover the side for bloody we don't see on the thumbnail, in order to reduce the diameter of it to the two that plane. For the toothpaste machine, where does it go? And also cutting off as much as possible from the side we don't see. You can see the tail is crossed against the door. It also asymmetrical.
No, chop chop. Chop chop. Okay.
Boy, we would just watch anything, wouldn't we? Quality on this anime is rough. We didn't give a shit. We were like, fuck yeah, Tsunami, fuck yeah. We didn't care that we had to squint to see anything. I miss being a child so much. Just be an adult shit. I'm not gonna Rip. Smish.
You point.
I point. My point, and you give to me. Yeah.
So, nothing.
Point. My point. What I needed. Anime open in my head. I didn't say anything. I said I couldn't go any further. There. There without thorns. That requires thorns. What does this require? Oh god. It descended from heaven. That is some bullshit.
money whore. Yep. That's what that. Well, I think I have a favorite cutscene. Do I? What else has a little nook or cranny that I have not yet touched? You have nooks and crannies. Alright guys, pushing through.
landed.
Help us by freeing more.
Okay. I can go there now. But I can go there now. Our bosses, where our bosses? I don't know if I want to fight the boss. Well, that and I know that you're withering, and I should probably wither with you. We got no plan.